What's up, everybody? So this happens to be my third video on this brand new channel, my wider perspective anyways, and in today's video I wanted to talk about how so many men are always wanting some of the most finest females, finest looking and sexiest females they can find, not realizing that extremely pretty female that you may happen to hit it off with, or the extremely shapely female that you may happen to hit it off with, because she could just have a below average looking face, or for that matter average. You know, she doesn't have to be all that cute, but she could be very shapely. Not realizing those are the main types of women that will usually get into most problems. Those are the main types of women, to put it another way, who always have, not in all cases, but in most cases, they have a heavy rotation of men and have either may currently have a high body count or may have had a high body count before in the past. And a guy could happen to meet a woman, because most guys nowadays like to meet women off of dating apps due to how we've become so standoffish to the point where we rely on technology for pretty much anything, including when it comes to getting to know our neighbors. Instead of introducing ourselves to our new neighbors, we would rather go to some app to get to know everybody in the neighborhood, crazy and weird as it may seem. And that just goes to show you how weird people have gotten ever since the social media boom, ever since social media really started popping out. I would say more so around a decade ago, but that's neither here nor there. But a guy can happen to match with a woman off a dating app, not caring whether that woman, and the woman could be as pretty as she could be and shapely as could be, or even if she's not all that shapely, you know, she may not have a nice set of breasts, or like a C, either C cup or bigger, or may not even have a nice set of hips or a nice size derriere. She just may happen to have a very pretty face for the most part. The woman can happen to have kids already by another man, or in most cases men, due to how so many women nowadays prefer having more than one kid by more than one man. And one reason why that is, fellas, for some of you fellas who may wonder about that or may have always wondered about that, but that's because they look at that as the ultimate come up, the ultimate financial come up, by them being able to get multiple streams of income on behalf of child support. Yeah, they look at that as the ultimate come up, the ultimate hustle. But a guy could happen to match with a woman who may be his exact type, may have be very aesthetically pleasing, you know, very pleasing to the eyes on the outside. And the woman could happen to have kids. The guy, on the other hand, may not have even one kid. The guy, in most cases, not caring whether she may have kids or not, may still start to request to get to know her better, may start, you know, DMing her, may begin to DM her so much to the point where he would eventually arrange to go out on a date with her, not realizing how that very sexy female that he may have matched with off of a dating app could always go back to either one of her kids' dads, or even if she may just have either one kid by one particular dude or multiple kids by one particular dude, which is kind of rare nowadays, she could always go back to him. That's if he's not deceased or if he's not incarcerated. Let's just say, even if he is not either or, he could always take her back, because anytime you have kids with somebody, you always share a special bond with that person, a special and permanent bond with that person, regardless. Even if the two of you break up and due to you having either a kid or kids by the other person, and vice versa. Or it may come a case where he may happen to hit it off with the female so well to the point where they would eventually begin to come engage and marry, and then he may have his very own kid by her. Now, they may happen to stay married for an extremely long time, and he may happen to get terminally ill. Now, that's very beautiful, sexy female fellas who a lot of you always are falling for. If you may get terminally ill, chances are she won't hardly come to see you at all. If it may come to the point where you may marry her, you may get terminally ill and have to get admitted to the hospital, may have to stay in the hospital for an extended period of time. Do you think that she will come and be by your side, by your sick bed? Chances are she will have some other dude in y'all house that y'all may share together while you terminally ill for an extended period of time and in a hospital. Chances are she'll be passing time with some other guy who she may have been seeing all along prior to you becoming terminally ill. Because, like I said earlier, those are the main types of females most guys go after, and due to how the most finest, sexiest females are the most problems, are the biggest headache. Don't believe me? Well, for some of you guys who may have never or may have, well, I'm trying to say, may have been with a very beautiful female, or she didn't have to be very beautiful. She could have been just average, either average or below average in the face, but when a very voluptuous body. You know, in our community we call them thick. Now tell me, what if she wasn't a lot of trouble? For some of my guys who are no longer with those women, one of the main reasons you had to end up breaking up with her. Tell me, you can't tell me when it would be times when you wouldn't be by her side or in her presence. You wouldn't be wondering, wouldn't be paranoid about whether she may be talking to some other man, or whether some other man may be trying to hit on her while, for instance, you may be at work the whole 8 hours, or in some cases 12 to 14 hours. I guarantee you those thoughts ain't coming across your head. Or even if you may have been at home while she may have went to the grocery store to buy a few items, you couldn't tell me, or can't tell me, it wouldn't be thoughts, random thoughts that would come across your mind that she may be being approached or by some other guy, or may have claimed she may have been going to the grocery store just so she could be able to get with some other guy. I'm telling you, those are the main types of women, the main ones who so many of you guys go after, the same types that may have the looks of a supermodel, who you would eventually regret getting with in the long run. Because the more beautiful the woman is, the more shapely the woman is, the more problems she is, period, point blank. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and make sure you let me know what you think by commenting in the comment section. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video. And last but not least, subscribe to the channel on behalf of this brand new channel, my Wider Perspective. And I'm out.